Poof type. Bust it down, wee. Sweet, sweet, sweet. What up, got ice? Back to another video. Yeah. You love my videos, that's why you have returned. Thank you for returning to my video. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Thank y'all for returning. Ooh, yeah. So, we're back with another stinky video, and we're back like a heart attack. We're coming in dirty, like a dirty man. That's a heart attack. So, we're off script as fuck. So, thank you. Thank y'all for returning towards this video. And I hadn't got a lot of views on the last video. And I've been thought about it. I'm going to professionally end the What If Naruto Went Back in Time series because of the view ratio. It's not as good as I planned, but I might be reviving it next year. Or after I finish both the What If Naruto was neglected by his friends and family, which is going to end soon. So get ready and watch that video. I am also it's just a lot of stuff that's probably going to end very soon. So yeah, let's get directly into this bitch right now, bitch ass niggas. Yagura's office. A red bird flew into the office as it began to shed his feathers. As its feathers then went into a rectangular shape. Then the bird disappeared and its feathers turned into a sheet of paper. If you're reading this, boss, then that means that our army was massacred, or we have to pull back. I'm sorry for how much a mistake I was. To think that you even treated me with so much kindness. And instead of being a good boy and winning this war for you, all I did was lose. For that, I sincerely hope that if I return, you shall punish me.
He raped himself in the bathroom.
Bro! Boulder. Oh, well. Anyway, so he was just basically I'm sorry for my insolence, Lord Yagura. The man said as the note ended, Yagura grit his teeth. My army, it was slain. But who could have? By the way, it was 2 protocols that they had to take. If the army was successful, but if the army was actually taken down if the army was actually wiped out, then it was the red bird. If the army survived, then it would be a bird made out of water. So he knew what happened.
could have done that? Their forces are so weak. I thought that I would have won in one strike. How? The man said to himself. As then, on the note, he noticed another bird fly in. It then shed its skin and then disappeared, revealing paper, saying,
I know what you're doing, Yagura. And once I see you, you're dead.
Signed,
Shinobi no Kami, or Red-Eyed Demon. This pissed off Yagura severely. They got help from Konoha? Why would Konoha help them? I thought that they said that they wouldn't help them. Why? Why would they help them now? Yagura screamed in anger as he was infuriated. His army was most likely wiped out by one man, Shinobi no Kame, Naruto. Flashback. A little skirmish which gained. We flash back to the skirmish that which gained Naruto the title Shinobi no Kame. On the outskirts of Fire Country, Orochimaru, Danzo, and even the Raikage stood reasoning with each other. So, in the upcoming Chunin exams, we shall be killing the third Hokage, correct? Yeah, he's became a burden. So we shall exterminate him. Just make sure not to wipe out my village, please, Danzo said, as he wanted to claim the title Hokage. And I get the Uchiha, brats, he said towards Danzo. And I, of course, get a good fight in my army. With the fall of the leaf, half of its forces will be taken out most likely, making my nation the strongest of them all. We will no longer be called the second strongest of the great nations. We will be the strongest. Wait, what is that? Orochimaru said as he sensed the foul chakra. Damn, it's him, he said. As then, the door began to bust down as Naruto arrived, his red eyes glaring at the Orochimaru. I already told you, you couldn't take my eyes. Did I not? So, you plan on taking the eyes of someone else? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to kill you and everyone here. And of course, I'll hold you for ransom, Raikage, he said, looking towards the Raikage. The leaf will grow substantially stronger. You're just a boy, and you've only joined Konoha's forces. What can you do? You're gonna see, Naruto said, as then Root and Orochimaru's subordinates
began to bust down upon the door as the door broke off. As they came rushing in. Naruto pulled out his blade and began to slaughter them, ranking up a total shinobi count of dead, rivaling 8,000, with pretty much all of them being completely Jonin level in in a grand 20% of Donzo's squad Kage. And he had a grand total of 50,000 root shinobi under him. So it was a large amount. If only 5,000. Plus Donzo himself, the Raikage, and Orochimaru. They battled out with Naruto being almost vicious in his attacks. My mommy is not here. As Orochimaru looked forward in fear, his army had been wiped out by a mere Jonin who was actually very new to the squad. And they were pretty much getting wiped out like flies. Come on, Donzo. As he looked at him, as he punched a hole through his stomach. Since you're an elder, I have to keep you alive. But that doesn't mean I can hurt you to the fullest extent. As he ripped out parts of the body which weren't very important. Then he slapped Donzo in the face, sending him to the ground. Then he kicked him through the wall as he shot through the wall, booming through 3 of them. Then he reappeared, punching Donzo in the stomach. Then he slammed him onto the ground as he came down with a powerful kick. Then the Raikage, after getting out of his shock, he charged through lightning armor. As then he threw his fist towards Naruto with maximum power. Naruto stopped his fist with practical ease. Then he switched through the stance, pushing forward, using his elbow, basically cutting through the lightning armor with only his elbow, hitting the Raikage in the stomach. Then he lifted up his leg, kicking the Raikage in the face as the Raikage's nose was bleeding. Then he began to pummel him, going round and round and round and round with the punches. He left no inch on his face unpunched. Then he kicked him forward, sending him through the wall. Then he disappeared, reappearing, quickly grabbing onto Orochimaru's heart and squeezing it to death. Orochimaru kept on spitting out himself until the line was all the way within the sky. Then he jumped down, practical ease. Then he jumped down from the sky, almost as if a meteor, as he landed. Then he quickly rushed away, slithering away with 100% speed. She was going all out. He knew if this guy could take on Donzo and the Raikage, he didn't stand a chance. Damn it. In the flashback. Within the shinobi within Mei's office. The battle was fun, Naruto said, as he sounded almost as if like Orochimaru when speaking of battle. He loved the thrill of it. Yeah, you should have seen him. He was a full-fledged monster on the battlefield. A shinobi said, who was under Mei. Mei's eyes then opened widely. They had gotten back a day and a half. They had gotten back a day and a half with only 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, which meant that they had finished the battle in less than 30 minutes. Which kind of scared Mei. For one man to wipe out an army in under 30 minutes, she didn't want to be on his bad side. Or anyone for that matter. I guess the title Shinobi no Kame was rightful, she said, once looking at Naruto. What can I say? These guns can wipe out an army in one punch, he said, as Kakashi felt his muscles. I want you to ravish me once you're done. She said basically towards Naruto. Oh, I will, he said, once looking at Kakashi. You should have seen how youthful the battle was. He wiped them all out and from what I can tell, 4 hours and 59 minutes. As then, everyone fell towards the ground. Guy, can you count? Oh, I forgot about counting, he said, looking towards... Oh, Jesus Christ, I hit my balls. He said, looking towards the... 27 minutes. It was in that time that he won the battle, correct? Yeah, they said, looking towards Guy. Alright, so Yager is most likely pissed off. But at least he knows that we have you on our side. This will make him pull back his forces to regroup. What do you mean? Oh, I forgot to tell you. He was unleashing a secondary army. To deal with us. There was 2 waves. Within the second wave, he had sent out about 7,000 shinobi again. So, it's safe to say that his capital is pulling back his forces, as he doesn't want another slaughter. I mean, you took out over 80,000 shinobis before. He knows that a meager 7,000 couldn't beat you. And not only that, most of them are droning level. You took out forces that were pretty much all Kage. That information is actually incorrect. Most of them were Jonin level.
with 10% of the forces that I fought in the beginning being Kage level, which brings them to a total of around 70,000. No, Tetsuro Maru's forces. Yeah, so that would be around 7,000 shinobi of Kage level. Hey, kinda makes sense, he said. 7,000 shinobi of Kage level versus me. That was fun, he said. Then Kakashi said, I can't wait until I versus you myself. And then she purred. Naruto then smiled. Well, we'll be off then, he said while carrying Kakashi in his arms like a bride. Those two, Guy said with a smile on his face. So, what are we gonna do? It's kind of getting boring. You could just check out the town or something? She said. Near Kakashi and Naruto's hotel, over 14 people had reported them because of noises. Too much noises. And they were very, very loud. And they heard some sounds such as things breaking. Sometimes glass and other times wood. Of course, once the people came up there, everything was pretty much okie dokie with Naruto and nothing was broken. So they just shrugged off that and went back to work. But it had went to such a large amount of people that they were concerned. So they walked in while hearing such noises. Naruto was... how would I say this? No. The room smelled of pheromones, which were involved when taking certain measures or doing certain actions. Let's just say that. Doing certain actions. So, they smelled around and eventually got to where the smell was the strongest. In the bathroom. They then bust down the door as they saw Naruto destroying Kakashi's private area. Well, not really destroying it, but just wrecking it. They then quickly yelled out that they were sorry, and they left out of the room. Back with the Guy, Asuma, and Tenzo. This ale sure does taste good, Guy said as he was drinking to his heart's content. This ale really is good, Asuma said with Tenzo just being quiet as he drank the ale himself. You know, Tenzo, I always thought that you were a weird guy, he said Asuma. But it seems like when she not going back, that is weird. As Tizo then laughed. Yeah, it's really fun out here. He said, back when Naruto and Kakashi, they had just finished after 3 hours of consistent noises. So, yeah. Take that as you will. So, they were walking in the middle of the streets after Naruto used his wood style and yin and yang release to recreate the broken items and used his teleportation, no, his dimension shit that all Otsutsuki have to toss it in wherever that dimension goes to. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying. So basically, with Naruto basically walked in the middle of the streets with, well, basically holding Kakashi on his back. Yeah, the bar right over there would be good. Just knock back just a couple of cups, Kakashi said. You know, it's not gonna be healthy to do that once we have children, correct? No, we're not gonna have children until you hit the right age. Just relax. Like 20 years. No. And they're both like, since you're both 13, around, yeah, 10 years from now. Where? As she fell asleep, Naruto then walked into the bar as he noticed some familiar faces. Hey, Naruto! Wanna knock some back with me? I would never, Naruto said, being cringed out by Guy. And that's the end of this video. Thank you.